Hello, dear children. Good morning. Children, I'm going to start with the semester 2 portion, okay? So, all of you open your semester 2 textbooks, open page number 1. I'm going to start with the lesson today, and the name of the lesson is Laura's New Shoes. Laura's New Shoes. It's your first lesson in your semester 2 textbooks. So, before I begin, I want you to follow some of the instructions that I am going to give you. When we read a new chapter, we come across many new words, isn't it? Or we come across different new words which are difficult for us to understand, right? So, whenever you come across any words or difficult words, always underline it, okay? By underlining it, it becomes easier to you to remember when next time you are going through it. So please remember to underline the new words or the difficult words. Okay, let's begin with the lesson. See this warm-up part. Do you know what the different parts of a shoe are called? Unscramble the letters to name the different parts of a shoe. So, different parts of a shoe are called with different names, right? They have given some names and we have to unscramble this. So, you have to do this warm up part and send it to me through WhatsApp, okay? See this. Laura loved new shoes. Here we can see the name Laura. Laura means obviously it's a girl. Laura loved new shoes. She loved going to the shoe shop and taking ages. What do you mean by taking ages? Taking ages means taking a lot of time. Okay? She loved going to the shoe shop and taking lot of time to choose her favorite pair. Then she loved walking home in her new shoes, carrying her old ones back in a cardboard box. So, here Laura loved new shoes and she loved going to the shoe shop and taking ages means spending a lot of time to choose her favorite pair. Then she will wear that favorite pair and she will come to the home carrying her old one back in the box. Okay. One day, see the second paragraph, children. One day, her mother said, Laura, the toes of your shoes are scuffed. What do you mean by scuffed, children? Scuffed means become marked by scraping or brushing. Become marked by scraping or brushing. So one day her mother said, Laura, the toes of your shoes are scuffed, become dull. And the heels look a little worn. What do you mean by worn, children? Shabby and damaged as a result of much use. So, here Lara has used these heels, these shoes so many times. So, one day her mother said, Laura, the toes of your shoes are scuffed. Scuffed means become marked by scraping or brushing. And the heels look a little worn means damaged as a result of much use. Put on your coat and we will go to the shop to choose some new ones. So her mother, Laura's mother, is asking to get ready and go to the shop to choose some new shoes. The shoe shop was empty, so Laura could take her time to look around at all the new styles in different colors. So, when Laura and her mother reached the shoe shop, the shop was empty. So, Laura can choose a lot of different models and different colors. So she has a lot of time to choose. At last, her mother said, Laura, you have had a lot of time to choose. Which pair would you like? So, Laura has spent a lot of time to choose the shoes. At last, her mother is asking Laura, Laura, have you selected anyone? You have a lot of time to choose. Which pair would you like? She is asking Laura. All of you turn your pages to page number 2, children. We can see in this picture clearly she is Laura and she is choosing her shoes in the shoe shop. See the first paragraph. Laura sighed. She loved the shiny patent leather. What is meant by patent leather? Patent leather means leather with a glossy varnished surface. So, she loved the glossy varnished surface ones with the ankle straps and silver buckles. So, this pair has the ankle straps and buckles in silver color. She thought the pink shoes decorated with tiny heart and fastened with pearl buttons were simply wonderful. But Laura thought the pink ones. How does the pink ones look? They decorated with tiny hearts and simply wonderful and fastened with pearl. What do you mean by fasten? Means tied strongly. Fasten means tied strongly. With pearl button were simply wonderful. But most of all, she really wanted the red and yellow shoes with fancy laces. But mostly she wanted the red and yellow shoes. They are with fancy laces. What do you mean by fancy? Fancy means decorative. The lace are decorative very nicely, but she is opting for red and yellow shoes. Laura said her mother, have you made up your mind? Here Laura is asking her mother, have you made up your mind? Laura took a deep breath and pointed to some dull. Laura said her mother, have you made up your mind? Here Laura's mother is asking Laura, have you chosen any shoes? Have you selected any one? See in this picture. She is still in a dilemma. She is still in a confused way to select the shoes. Laura took a deep breath and pointed to some dull brown slip-on shoes hidden at the bottom of the racks. But at last, Laura took a deep breath and she pointed towards a dull brown slip-on shoes which are hidden at the bottom of the rack. We can see at the bottom of the rack, we can see the brown shoes, brown slip-on shoes which are looking so dull. I will have that pair, whispered Laura. Here Laura is saying, I will have that pair. Here Laura had selected the dull brown slip-on shoes. And I would like to leave my old shoes on and carry the new ones home in the box. But previously, when we read the lesson, we came to know that Laras have an habit of wearing the new shoes and taking the old shoes in the cardboard box to the house. But here Laura is saying, I will take my new shoes in the box and I will carry my old shoes with me. The rest of the day Laura was very quiet. She took her new shoes upstairs and put them in her wardrobe. So Lara was very quiet, went to her home, took her new shoes to upstairs and put them. She kept them in the wardrobe. She did not even try them on but kept them shut away in the cardboard box. Laura did not even tried the brown lace shoes even once. See, she silently put the dull brown shoes in the cardboard box. Laura said to her mother as she put her to bed that night, "Why did you choose such a dull pair of shoes?" Laura's mother is asking Laura, "Laura, why do you choose such dull pair of shoes?" Here poor Laura looked miserably. What is meant by miserably means unhappy. Poor Laura looked unhappily. All the nicest shoes in the shop had buckles, bows. What do you mean by bows? Bows means a knot tied with two loops and two loose ends. So, all the nicest shoes in the shop had buckles, bows, and buttons, and I can't fasten any of those. What do you mean by fasten, children? Fasten means tied strongly. So, all the shoes had buckles, bows, or buttons. So here Laura can't tie them strongly. That's her problem of choosing the nice looking shoes in the shop. How Laura's mother laughed. "Is that all?" she said. "I know an easy way to learn, but you will have to wait until tomorrow to find out." Here Laura's mother is saying to her, "Is it okay? I know your problem is you cannot tie it strongly. You cannot tie the shoes laces strongly. But I have an idea. I will have but you have to wait until tomorrow in order to learn the easy way to learn how to tie the laces." Okay. Early next morning, Laura's mother went to the shop, but she did not take Laura. When she returned, she was carrying a parcel in fancy wrapping paper. Next day, Laura's mother went to the shop, but she did not carry Laura along with her, and she returned home carrying a parcel in fancy wrapping paper. "Is it a present for me?" asked Laura eagerly. When her mother entered the home, Laura asked her eagerly by seeing the fancy wrapping paper in her hands, "Is it a present for me, Mom?" "Oh," her mom is saying. "Open it and see," replied her mother. Inside the box was a doll, not an ordinary doll, but a doll with laces and buttons and bows, even zips all over her clothes. So her mother bought a gift to Laura. Inside the gift, it is a doll. That doll is not an ordinary doll. The doll is with laces, buttons, bows, even zips all over her clothes. If you practice on this special doll, you will soon learn to fasten anything. So here, Laura's mother is giving the advice to her. If you practice on this special doll, you will soon learn fasten anything. And that is exactly what Laura did. So, the next time she went shopping to buy shoes, Laura chose just what she really wanted. So, the next time when Laura went to buy the shoes, Laura can choose really what she wanted. Okay, this is all about the chapter, children. It's your first chapter, Laura's new shoes. Children, once go through the today's class. Okay, bye children. Thank you.